So the Ghia 244 project actually has a hybrid AC system. It's combining a vintage air unit with the Acura stock system from the 2007 Acura TSX. So if you're not familiar with this project, this is a 2007 Acura TSX that's been transplanted into a 1970 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. Let me show you how it's going to work. The Ghia has a vintage air unit, and this is the controller for it. It also has the mini unit underneath it, which has the controls for everything to control the AC. All you have to do is supply refrigerant going to it from the compressor and tell the compressor to turn on. This is the wire right here that I ran from that unit, and it supplies 12 volts to the clutch to turn it on. The Acura TSX has a wire that comes from the head unit and tells it to turn on within the fuse panel right here. So this is the wire that tells the fuse panel, which is actually a computer built in here, a control module, that tells the AC system to turn on. Everything else from here on out is controlling the clutch on the compressor to turn it off and on. What it has is the pressure switch, or the trinary switch. If the pressure gets too low, it won't turn it on. If the pressure is too high, it won't turn on. Or it turns it off if you get a leak. Or it turns it off if the pressure gets too high in the system. All the wiring comes in the Acura system, and I use that because I have an Acura TSX AC compressor. You can make it work the same way as the one that comes from Vintage Air, but the problem is making the bracketry and everything to fit this car. It's so much easier to use the Acura AC compressor and their lines and be able to just make adapters to the lines themselves, because you have to make those anyway. So I had a lot of that at an AC shop made up that runs through the car. So to sum it all up, the AC system that comes from Vintage Air supplies the one wire to tell the AC compressor to turn on, or actually activates the clutch itself, sends the 12 volts to it. The Acura, however, I don't know exactly what it sends to it. It may send a ground or it may send a positive. Because of that, I will use the stock AC system and then use a relay in place to be able to control it. Once I find out which way it'll be controlled, which I can simply check it by seeing if it has voltage on the line. If it has voltage on the line on the stock Acura system, then it just needs a ground to complete the circuit. If it doesn't, then it needs power to be able to make the circuit work. And that'll determine whether I need a relay or not. If you want to follow along with the project, check out Ghia 244, all one word. Do a search on it if you want. I'm on all social platforms as John Ivan Art, JONIVANART. Give me a follow there too, and I'll keep you posted whenever I get a chance.